It all started with using our horizontal shaft impactor, and on the oversized material produced from the HSI, we were getting a 3/4 inch minus material that we were having to rehandle, which effectively we couldn't reintroduce into the HSI, so we needed something else to reduce that size into frac sand. And essentially the challenge is to bring a VSI and implement that into our crushing circuit, which has worked phenomenal. Effectively, we've been able to not have to handle that material with the front end loader. We are able to introduce it right into the continuous stream of the operation. And the VSI has been able to capture that material flow and put it back into the system, where we've gained throughput through the entire system, which equated to about 50 to 100 tons an hour as our final product. What I like is the support. Hey, we're gonna run into issues, but we have good support that we can all jump into it and find solutions together. And then as far as our availability, we've seen an increase in availability throughout the plant, because effectively we're not having to handle the material as many times. And that's helped us out quite a bit.
When we would do maintenance days, we would change on the Remco really about half the parts in the rotor, between the tips and the uppers and the lowers. Now we're down just doing tips every month, really, with this Rhino tips that are in there. When we switched over, the guys were a little concerned about it, but now that they've ran it and been around it, maintained it, they love the Rhino.
Upped our production on 1/4 inch. Sand production was one of them that we saw, especially when we changed the rock box out. But that was when we started creating the powder. 1/4 inch production went up, sand production went up, and wear costs went down. We put that rock box in with the ambles and the hybrid rock box in. That's when we noticed the FM difference on the wash sand, more powder in our rejects, and less production on the 1/8 inch. Remco rock box that was in it was wore out. That's why we went that route to try Rhinos out. Biggest tonnages is the 200 ton a day in pond sand that we're not seeing anymore. It's more efficient wash sand. That gradations on our sand are very consistent. The hop plants have even reached out and told us attaboy for keeping sand